One year, one world. Whoa. If y'all watched the short I posted today, you will know my answer to that. It's so dumb, too. It's just Godzilla and Kong just randomly doing the, fucking... that one part of loving you is a losing game. Just like, people who think they know versus people who know. People who think that Pete is the strongest. People who know Violet is stronger. That's the one I wanted to use, but I know absolutely everybody would bash me for thinking that for some reason. So I had to go with something factual. Since, you know, you can't debate Wendell being below Pete. Pete is just objectively worse, combat-wise. Oh, that's cringe. Let me get that onto the right headset. There we go. That's loud all of a sudden. It's such a goofy trend. Oh. That's literally all it is. It's just Godzilla and Kong screaming to that. Has no right being good. Yet it is. At the end of the day, I'm just glad they patched the Toxic Tangle update. And also, has anybody else noticed that orb weavers are aura farming in Grounded 2 now? No! This is cringe! Run, you absolute degenerate. Ooh. I am definitely getting there on, you know, days left. Gonna have to actually start taking this seriously. Okay, like, what am I seeing over to my right? What am I seeing? I thought there were only two. There's three. Like, in what world? In what world did we just think that, yes, this is the most good thing ever? Orb Reaver's there. Okay, hopefully all we really have to do is patch it up. Because, if I have to do anything more... Well, let's just say I'm gonna crash out, and it will not be pleasant for anybody involved. Though, let's be real here, it will be harder on no one but myself. Gotta be kidding. High defense? Like, what the actual F is this cringe? De-aggro. Or I will uninstall your grandma. I swear on all that is unholy, I will uninstall your grandma if you do not stop following. What do you mean the threat re-aggroed? What do you mean she re-aggroed? No, I don't think so. Holy. Imagine wanting to place a telepotty. Couldn't be me. No. That's just illegal, apparently. You wanted to place a telepotty? Nah, you're not allowed to do that. What do you mean? Note to self, get literally every possible weapon available before going ahead and building anything close to the hedge. Or any mixer for that matter. There are 2 trinkets I need. You are one, you are the other. Gotta love how they are perfectly right next to each other. Aye. Make that. Cool. Get this to an acceptable loadout. Cool. Now, where the hell are all of these infused spiderlings that were, you know, everywhere just a second ago, but now that I'm actually prepared, they just disappear. Because why the hell not? Go on. What do you mean you de-aggroed? Do I have that on by any chance? No, I don't. I don't know why they just do that randomly. I really don't. Get out. How very original. Camping nearby the one spot I need you not to. Oh, just to piss me off. Love that. absolutely cucked. Thank you. There are more around here, however. And I will not rest until literally every last one of these fuckers is dead. I don't care what anybody says. I blocked that. Who do y'all think you are? Genuinely. Y'all ain't nothing in comparison to me. Nothing. Ah, fuck's sake. Okay, am I allowed to build now? Crazy I have to say that. Am I allowed to do something that is, being completely honest, pretty basic? Okay. Yeah, I know, I shouldn't have done that. Should have been smarter about that, but oh well. Yeah, like, what are we doing with that? I don't understand this game. I just don't. Snapping to grid is perhaps the worst feature they have ever introduced into this building system. I'm not even kidding. Who thunk of this? Because they did not thunk it through. I'll tell you that much. Where did I... Why are you under the floor? Like... Huh? Oh. Can we stop snapping to the grid? This is not a difficult concept. Please, stop. Thank you. Oh my days. Why is that so hard? Why are we snapping to nothing. Like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. Snapping to something nearby, I get. But snapping something far enough away that I can't even place it normally? Why? Again, who designed this system? Because whoever did it did an asinine job. The best part is it didn't used to be like this. Meaning this is a feature they looked at and were like, yes, this is how we want the new snapping system to be. Not the old one. Because back in 1.0, this was not anywhere near as bad. And you can't say it was because I wasn't building as much, because I was building a whole lot more back in 1.0. And a whole lot more complex structures, too. While building was annoying then, that's mostly because I was using bounce pads, and everybody knows how annoying those things are to place. That's always been the case. That I can't really blame on the devs, because that's just more so a game thing. But this, like, this was added. Not, you know, oh, this was a bug. No, this was added. Somebody took the time to approve of this. Why? I got no fucking clue. Beats me. There you go. How's y'all's days going so far? Hope it's going well. Mine has been pretty good, all things considered, I'd say. You are making me embrace my inner bottom. That's a wild feat, let me just say. That is a diabolical feat. Okay, so, like, why did we spawn in? This thing did not exist before. It spawned. Almost reminds me of that one clip from, feckin' Goji Center schooling Goji guy. They were basically, because essentially Goji guy was like, okay, you know what? You want to use realism? Fine, we'll use realism. And then he immediately follows that up by saying, Hank was spawned. Yep, very, very realistic. Hank was spawned. I don't know about you, but that is perhaps the most realistic thing I have ever heard. Hank being spawned? Oh yeah. Screams ultra realism. No doubt. It's so dumb. Hank was spawned. Almost as diabolical as me uninstalling your grandma. Which is pretty diabolical, I can't lie. You have to be kind of crazy to think not. Oh man, I wish ranged was actually viable in this game, it would make my life so feckin' easy. Oh yeah, also the model that Goji Center used to represent Goji Guy, might I just say. That shit was fucking hilarious. Bad enough that you're scolding somebody, but, you know, using a model that makes them look like a child's toy is just peak comedy. That's all I gotta say. Also, don't mind the more boring episode today. This is, I guess, prep work for perhaps the most actual difficult thing in all of Grounded, which are the defense events. I don't care what anybody says, these defense events are harder than any boss. Actually, that much isn't true. Harder than the bosses in general, I would say. I wouldn't say harder than any boss, though. Schmecter and the Wasp Queen exist. Well, on Mascus mode, at least. Recall that on any other difficulty, neither of those two. Actually, nah, Schmecter, I still think Schmecter's the hardest one on WoW. Though, IBM is definitely arguable. If you want to say IBM's harder on WoW, yeah, not gonna debate you there. It's just, it's way too easy to die to Schmecter on WoW. Like, way too easy. One little zap and you are poof, gone. Which fucking sucks, because he should not be allowed to have this much power. Because corporate greed. Yeah, that is another thing. I do need to piss off the Wasp Queen at some point and kill her. Which is gonna be the ultimate test of this New Game Plus. If I can get past her, I can get past literally almost anything. Because let's be real here. Spicy Coltana defense kinda goes hard. I'm gonna be real. Coltana defense is... it's something that just should not exist. Why I still have to do it, I have no clue, but I do. And so I do, you know? Do what I do because I have to do. Just fortifying up these sides even more. The orb weavers almost never spawn from there. Essentially, the way to beat these mixers, if you didn't know, at least on higher New Game Pluses like this, is to block off their spawns. You want to block off their spawns so that it takes as much time as humanly possible for them to reach you, right? Because the more time it takes to reach you, the more time you get on the actually difficult things that basically spawn on top of the mixer, if there are any, which there almost always is for every raid. The only raid that I can really say this does not apply to is, whatchamacallit, the sandbox one, because all of the enemies spawn point blank, which is a disaster if you get nothing but infused. Mostly because they will just outright go ahead and blow everything up. And since all of your structures are pretty much there to protect the thing, you will just spontaneously combust if you come anywhere close. Which is bad. Like, really bad. Okay. I would say this is a pretty good defense. All things considered. Right? We got all this to defend against the larvae. Yeah. I do suppose larvae are pretty much the bigger the threats here, so I'll go ahead and I'll put one on this wall, and I'll put one on that wall. And I will go ahead, take 2 acorns, 3 larva spikes, and 3 spider chunks. This, like, we're at the point in time where we cannot afford to fuck about, right? We just can't. Now, I do need to know. Yeah, you can go ahead and get both of those. Let me go ahead and put that one there and that one there. That way it is impossible to mix them up. Right? Impossible. Okay, I do need to know, how potent are kill bosses with stun? Because if there's one thing that can actually save you in these raids, it's AoE and stun. Oh, I do almost no damage. Or sorry, no stun damage. Brat bursts are really cheap though. Okay. This mixer I'm not worried about, by the way. Like, it's laughable, to say the least. How the fuck did one of them get here? Get out. I'm also gonna have to not be afraid to actually use my resources, right? No. You're a bitch, you know that? Okay. Next mixer up is the Haze mixer. This is the first time in, like, ever that I'm actually gonna have to build a defense for this thing. If you didn't know, the Haze mixer is just the easiest mixer. Literally, all you do is build a line, and that's it. You build a line in between this and that. Mint mace, even if it's level 1, that will solve your problems every single time. However, we are at a high enough New Game Plus, and a high enough difficulty of New Game Plus, and just the game mode in general, that somehow doesn't work anymore. We are finally upgrading the Haze mixer to the level of literally base medium difficulty mixer. All it took was New Game Plus 3 with 5x health to make the Haze mixer basically the equivalent of a medium difficulty mixer. Just to, I guess, go ahead and show, like, how insignificant this one is. Seriously, when I say it's insignificant, I mean it is insignificant. Looks like I already got it covered, though. I swear to fat flying fuck. Let me build. Let me fix it. Please. For the love of God, let me fix it. Your family doesn't love you. And you should have been aborted years ago. Did you not hear what I just said? I am slowly starting to lose my patience. Sell yourself. No. The plant fiber in there. We need to deposit mite fuzz. Spider chunks. No web fiber. None of you. Fungus. Right. Go ahead and take more of you. Okay. There are two major spawn points. Right? Two major ones. They are here. Right? Right here. And right there. There are some that sometimes come down the middle. But here and here are where the majority of your enemies are spawning. If you get something down the middle, it's probably a couple of mites, in which case, 99% of the time, just ignore them. That 1% of the time is for infused creatures, if you couldn't tell. That being said, I am still building the defense around everything. It's just going to be more potent around the extreme sides, if that makes any sense. The poles of the mixer, if you will. Okay. Can I not get trapped in the fucking dick hairs of the haze? Like, holy. It's enough of a jungle down here anyways. Don't need the haze making that worse. Like, I could not just have a moment of peace without something infused ruining my day. I mean, it's classic New Game Plus, what did I expect, but still. Like, some amount of grace. Like, literally walking over here, what is this thing doing? Y'all do realize you are literally not allowed over here, right? Like, y'all realize you don't spawn or roam here? Why are you here? There's another. There's actually another on the loose. What the hell? Give me your ooze. I do not care about anything else. Anyone else that wants to throw hands? Because I am right here. Step on up. Yeah, you? Cool. Anyone else? Any more? Good. Looks like we have finally come to our senses. I just realized something terrible. I physically need the level 15 Mint Mace before I can go to the next New Game Plus. Why? Because I need to beat the Coltana defense, which is not possible without a level 5 or level 15 Mint Mace. Not feasibly possible anyways. I could probably squeeze out some rinky-dink magic. Channel my inner idea and see Denki. But, like, that's gonna take some massive will that I can't be bothered to muster. Now, in case you couldn't tell, the overall goal with these mixers isn't just to go ahead and, sort of get them out of the way this New Game Plus. I want to build a defense that will realistically last even next New Game Plus. So, yeah, effectively what should be able to happen is the second I get into New Game Plus 4, I can just do all the mixers. Bam, 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 bam. Right? If I am incapable of doing this, I have done my job wrong. Either that or the mixer is really difficult. It's already been long enough to have more leather. Oh my days. What has happened? Lord have mercy. Oh my god, we're almost done on blueberry leather. Beautiful. About feckin' time. Now, I gotta get a bunch of fresh stuff. Because our next task is to build the swamp's defenses. And the swamp, as many of you know, contains a fuck ton, and when I say a fuck ton, I do mean a fuck ton of mosquitoes, and worst of all, stinkies. We gotta deal with the stink machines. That's actually probably a better one to have. Please tell me I've... Yes, I do. Okay. We're gonna have to put gas goo on this. And then we're gonna have a U, and a U. You're gonna be for mosquitoes. Everything else will be taken care of by the mint mace. Give me the green shield bug. Hello. And my ass is now set out to kill them green shieldies. Almost half of which, by the way, just decided, oh yes, now of all times would be the best time to be infused. I don't know why. But for some reason, I shit you not, there are at least 4 infused stinkies. Again, I'm not joking. Like, it's horrible. Go on, you can make that. Why did you fumble that on purpose, Max? I am uninstalling your grandma. I swear to God. No, just no. Who even are you? Let me go ahead and quickly equip you. Like, do you see the problem here? Yeah, that is a massive problem. I mean, I'll take this if this is what you want to do. Nice try. My reaction time's a little too quick for that. Go on. Okay. We're basically already almost dead. Cool. Now this is a lot of utility for one Gastro Goo. That is for anybody that says Gastro Goo is useless, by the way. It is not. Not even remotely close. It is, quite frankly, the best smoothie utility-wise. I don't care what anybody says. It gives you something no other smoothie does, which is the ability to not just spontaneously combust under gas, And also, the ability to not sacrifice damage or health because, God forbid, you wanted to just, I don't know, not die. I don't see any other smoothie doing that. I'm gonna be real. And for 3 minutes, let me show you what a gastro goo costs. Let me show you. That is not hard to get. At all. At all. A single one has a return payout of 12. You could argue it's slightly less. Okay, that's fair, I guess. But, like, the point kinda still stands. Also, 2 repair glue, let's go. Nice. Stinky bug sacks. Okay, we got a return ratio of 10. That's still really, really good. Okay? I'm not using any advanced loot luck. The amount of loot luck I'm using is shit you can get before New Game Plus. All you need to do is kill a stink bug or 2 to get the stuffed stink bug, and then dissection expert. There's not much. Cringe. Cringe. I'm actually just too lazy to dedupe these. So yes, I am trashing them. I know that's actual cringe, but I cannot be asked right here, right now. I just can't. Now I'm gonna have to kill some damn mosquitoes. I also just realized it is 100% quicker to just pick them up. Beautiful. You are exactly what I need. Sorry, did you even get stung? Or am I just way too used to grounded too? Fuck off. No. Get out. Okay, I'm gonna purposely go around this way. Around here. To ensure no snarky little mosquitoes come about. Also, you're resistant to frost. Absolute cringema. Change my mind? You can't. Pretty confident there's not going to be any cheeky little mosquitoes. There may be a cheeky little wolf spider, but cheeky little mosquitoes, nah. Also, that would be an adorable idea. Putting a little defense around this sort of grass ring of sorts. This is the second easiest mixer in the game by far. Mites being the only lethal threat, or sorry, soldier ants. Soldier ants are the only lethal threat here, and let me tell ya, I can deal with a good soldier ant. 0 difficulty. Shit ain't close. How are you? Okay, that's how. Yeah, shit ain't close. I'm gonna put one more ring around, and that should be good enough. Right? I've never actually come close to failing this thing, ever. Same thing with the haze mixer, but the haze mixer's, like, actually got genuinely lethal threats, whereas this does not. The only way this mixer kills you is if it throws a billion infused creatures all at once. And even then, you can stagger all of them with the club. So. In New Game Plus, this is definitely the easiest mixer, I'll tell you that much. Kind of strange how the mixers sort of, scale difficulty-wise. Some become more difficult than others. And yes, I said the word become more difficult than others. That is for a reason. They do actually become more difficult. They aren't more difficult, they become more difficult over time than other mixes relative. The hardest lower yard mixer will is and always will be the Black Ant one, though. No doubt. And the hardest super mixer is... Pre-New Game Plus, I think it's the Moldork one, just because you have barely any options for the mosquitoes. But in New Game Plus, it is, without a fat flying doubt, the Jungle Mixer. That thing is a monster that just should not be talked about. Okay? We don't talk about the Jungle Mixer. I argue that thing's harder than the Final Defense tenfold. That's how difficult it is. Most of the lower yard mixers don't need much fortifying, so I'm really not too concerned about them. It's particularly, if I'm gonna be honest, the only mixers I'm actually, I can't say the only mixers. The only mixer I'm concerned about is the one, the charcoal spill. I, however, am scared shitless of the super mixers. Every last one of them. None of them are going to be easy by any metric. And then there is, of course, the Coltana defense. I don't think I will ever mentally recover from attempting that. And yeah, I'm gonna have to do it again. I'm just not looking forward to it. Huh? Oh, okay, dude. Whatever you say. Yeah, I thought something was missing. I had to repair things, that's why. Okay. Wow. I think that's a fine enough job for today. Wouldn't you say? Other creatures, get rid of the mosquito beaks. Nobody cares about those. What else did I deposit? Sprigs, I think. Oh, get out. Ew. Okay. Gonna be up nice and early tomorrow. As that's pretty much gonna be my only free time. And I will be going ahead and building up the rest of the defenses. And if at all possible, piss off the wasp hive while also grinding up some good ol' fusion crystals. Because Lord knows I need more of those. Lord knows I need a lot more of those. I need 6 more of the regular ones just to upgrade it to quote-unquote our level. I can get 3. Can I maybe go ahead and get off a cheeky little quest or 2? Get 4? I doubt it. Craft mac and bees. If I can somehow get this, this would be a Hail Mary. Mac and bees. Okay. Yeah, no, I didn't think so. You know what, though? You know what? Just because I really don't want to wait another stream to do this, since I will likely forget, I'm going to piss off the wasps right here, right now. That's mid. Terrible. Terrible. What the hell? Ass. Ass. Okay. Okay. I need you along with splinter arrows. You know what? I think feather arrows will do just fine. Okay. Like, what is that? How am I getting away with anything I just did? I am genuinely invisible. To specifically these creatures, too. Not gonna complain, it just doesn't make sense. Perfect. It's fallen. Jump that. The wasp hive has been disturbed. Beautiful. I don't know if you're infused. I don't know if you're infused. And I don't want to lose my progress, so I'm just dipping. Let me jump. wild. I just realized it would have been faster to take the other way. That's diabolical. Whatever. Okay. Now I can actually set up for tomorrow. I think getting rid of most of the tools would be beneficial. I'll keep the hammer though. Boom. Bam. Okay. Bop. You are going to be the most useful, followed by you. That's good. Boom. Those two are going to be the trinkets I use tomorrow. A boom, a bam. Well, at the start of tomorrow, I should say. How are you already finished? That's wild. Very, very fast mix time, or sausaging time? I mean, it is the sausager, so suppose so. Implant Finale Goo sucks. Samurai Sour Best, that's what we need. You suck. You suck. You suck. And you suck. Yes, there was a trinket that was godly for killing widows, but like, widows are easy. They are, I mean, as long as you prep for them right, I mean. Okay. About time we finally get this done. I still find it wild that these things can push the entire Brony Boy bin. Like, holy. Oh. Uh, 15 plus 4, that equals 21. Right? No. That equals 19. I'm stupid. I need 11 more. 11 more, which means we need to start working on pupa as well. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9. 10, 11. And then we fill out the rest with pupa. Bosh. Right. This will be done. So we need to check up on these. Perhaps I may even be able to get the chance to... First off, you suck. You suck. You suck. Also suck. That would have been great if I had, whatchamacallit, Lil Fist on it. Or not Lil Fist, Fury. But I did not. So, it sucked. I am 1 away, dude. 1 away. Yeah. Do those as well. Well, I hope you enjoyed. If you liked the episode, like it. If you disliked it, dislike it. And for those of you watching the VODs, peace.